You wouldn't know this, but this is take 2. And usually I typically don't do that. I go through. But because I shouted, I was calling my daughter's name to let the cat out. Because the cat was, wanting to get out from its enclosed space. Either way, thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the babbler. That is me on this revolutionary high of an uprise at this time. And so these angles are kind of like weird for me, guys. And then looking at myself, but I shouldn't be looking at myself. Although I am. So, sue me. No, why would I say that? But either way, these messages are timeless in every kind of way. And so may you take with whatever this is going to be for you. May something breed, grow, seed, evolve, transform, align with you in every kind of quantum way. Ebony, are you done being destructive today? Either way, okay, so we're going to call this the Inferno, Dante's Inferno, Dante's immortal drama of a journey throughout, because you know how I love to do random page turners, and so I did. So I just randomly opened to a page, which happened to be 98 and 99. I immediately looked to the right side of the page, and I read only one little verse. 1 or 2. Either way. And I was like, you know what? Alright, we're going to record this message. Maybe there is something in it for you. And then I'm going to pull a spirit animal card. May you take what resonates, let go what does not. And if not, just, you can proceed to receive these messages as beautiful poetry from the soul. Mind, body, heart, and soul infusion in every kind of way. So the knowledge of the damned. That is why I had stopped recording the first one. Ebony. 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 Come here. Ebony, come here. Come over here. What you come over here? Come here. What is your problems? Huh? This is our rescue. But why are you so upset? What happens? But come here. Why are you being so destructive? Say hello to everyone and tell them why are you acting this ways. Right? You want to go in the room, then you want to get out of the room, then you want to go in the room, and then you want to get out of the room, and then you want to go in the room. I just posted something on this Instagram story of mine at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS, that says, you'll be surprised at what will occur once you decide and how the universe works for you, with you, co-creating, once you decide. So you want to be in or out? Alright, but stop it, okay? What? Come here. Get over here. Alright. Come here. But what happens? Okay. Either way, the knowledge of the damned. But I was alone at that time when every other consented to the death of Florence. I alone with open face defended her. Ah, so may your soul sometime have rest. I begged him. Solve the riddle that pursues me through this dark place and leaves my mind perplexed. You seem to see in advance all time's intent. if I have heard and understood correctly, but you seem to lack all knowledge of the present. We see a squint, like those whose twisted sight can make out only the far off, he said. For the King of all still grants us that much light. When things draw near or happen, we perceive nothing of them, except what others bring us. We have no news of those who are alive. So may you understand that all we know will be dead forever from that day and hour when the portal of the future swung to. Then, as if stricken by regret, I said, now, therefore, will you tell that fallen one who asked about his son that he is not dead? And that if I did not reply more quickly, it was because my mind was occupied with the confusion you have solved for me. And now my guide was calling me. In haste, therefore, I begged that mighty shade to name the others who lay with him in that chest. And he, more than 1,000 crammed this tomb. The second Frederick is here, and the cardinal of the Ubaldini. Of the rest, let us be dumb. I begged him, solve the riddle that pursues me through this dark place and leaves my mind perplexed. This riddle that we tried to fiddle about. It says, but you seem to lack all knowledge of the present. And it's funny too, because when I was like pre-shuffling, I don't even know where I put the cards. I put the cards over here. When I was shuffling, Hummingbird flew out. And Hummingbird said, be here now, right? I put it back, but that was what Hummingbird said. Be here now. And I think about the energies of like right now. And how, why you did that? Why you did that to her? Don't scare my ebonies.
Stop clawing the door.
Get over here. Ebonies. Don't do that to her. Don't do that. I don't like that. No, I really don't like that. No, she don't like that either.
Yes, she does.
No, she don't. She just wants you to show her love. Ebony, come here.
All she does is follow me. Take a shower.
Okay. Alright. Slow and steady wins the race, overcoming any obstacle. You got turtle spirit and rhino spirit right here. But be here now. Because we seem so perplexed about so many things that we don't. Stop it. So much distraction. So much distraction. There's so many things speaking to us at any given moment, symbolically or not. And there could be, Neo, a lot of noise around us that can cause us to feel this level of like confusion, chaos, or detachment, or hamster wheel. That once you're on it, you're constantly on it. You know, it's hard to get off of it because it's just, which reminds me of like the chakra systems. You know, and I'm only using this not because I'm saying we are the single thing that has an operating system, because we are far more complex than that kind of existence. We are even more than that. We are multidimensional, you know. But for us to get into the wheels of life, the wheels that heal, you know what I mean? It's about gathering. This is the harvest, you know. We've built this momentum. Sorry. We've built this motion in this ocean that is picking up, and it's beating, it's pulsating. You know what I mean? I just saw Buddha's head turn. Don't ask me. But you know what I mean? So we're building. And it's wheeling out a whole new deal of a seal that is revealing itself as we unveil ourselves to ourselves. You know what I mean? And like I was saying about the chakras, I hate to box us in to this construct, but it is helpful to be able to understand ourselves better by understanding certain constructs that are here on this 3D plane of existence that is designed to feed us many knowledgeable nutrients that will seed within us and breed within us these wild circuitries that expand, evolve infinitely within even our multidimensional selves, these cells that wheel and create and recycle and rejuvenate and pulsate, you know, and have so many functions on so many levels. You know, we start with the base chakra. It's at the base of the spine, right? We know this as I was gonna say blue. The red chakra, don't mind me, but it's near the coccyx area. Like if you want to go to the base of the spine, and if you don't know what the coccyx, Google it. It's key. COCCYX, the coccygeal, whatever, or coccyx, okay? That area, the base of the spine, that is, I can't see me here, but, you know, ruled by the coccyx area, you know, of our lower thing, right? And the base of the spine, the root chakra, it's all about survival, right? It's here on the earth. It's the most thing it's the closest thing grounded to our earthly plane of existence. It's our roots, right? So as we unconditioning our conditioning, realize that our roots are spoon-fed, bottle-fed, and shoved down our throats. So we come into this 3D plane with a blueprint already to explain. And from this, depending on our level of upbringing, where we come from, our survival mode instincts will be built from this standpoint. You know what I mean? And it's all about self-preservation at this point with our root chakra. I'm so sorry. It's about stability, grounding. So imagine if you come from a shaky ground already, spoon-fed, whatever conditioning you're spoon-fed, and then you have different kind of spoons. You have your family, you have society, you have world, order, you know what I mean? Then that's just 3D. Because remember, we're multidimensional. So you have that functioning of a system. Then you have genetics, which plays another functioning of another kind of system that'll play into your physiological order. That'll determine certain kind of abilities, physicalities, that we'll call hereditary. Then you have ancestral influences. Then there's just so many multi-dimensional layers, and then pre-existing all of that are just all these microorganisms that existed prior to even we here. So, there's so many different plateaus of multi-dimensional living that if you wanted to visit one, that's cool. But remember, there are others too to put into factors. This is why I am so disapproving of Western practices of medicine, like going to a regular standard doctor, because they only use one layering of database recording and diagnostics to determine what's quote unquote wrong, or what it is that you might have or not have or be suffering from or whatever. Certain things can be very black and white, so to speak, but again, there's so many different factors that go into any kind of thing that should always be put into the mixing bowl for our wholeness and alignment and health, So anyways, so you have, the root chakra, which is the red chakra. I'm so sorry. And then you have the second chakra, which is red orange, which is near the abdomen area or near the genitals. So it's right a level notch up from the coccyx area. And here that represents sexuality and emotions based off of the roots, because remember, this is the 369 stuff that I was explaining before, when I would be 1 and 2, then you got 3 that oversouls 1 and 2, that gathers 1 and 2, and all encompass 3. Then you got 3 moving on from that big evolution to where it's 4, and then 4, and then 5, and 6 comes encapsulating 4 and 5, and then you got 3, 6, and then you got 7, 8, and then 9 taking 7. I could draw diagrams for that, but I don't even think I have a pen on me. I don't know why I'm supposed to be showing this again. You think everything would mean something so profound, but that's up to you somehow. But either way, so you have those 2 chakras. So whatever is created in the first one, here comes, and mind you, even though this is on top of, this is a buildup, this is moving up our systems, right? Fluid, as within exudes on out, crown chakra out, as within exudes on out, the fluidity, especially from the second chakra, the feeling element, although it's all happening simultaneously, at the same time, it's still a buildup of one another that works harmoniously or disharmonious. Is that even a word? I don't even know. So you have one that's about, Earth, our earthly plane of existence. Then you have the emotions, which I guess can represent the watery aspects. So if that was an element, like an element, earth, and then you have water, right? And then you have you have the first one, which is all about physical identity here on the 3D plane. Then you have the second, which is about, how many minutes? This is already going long. Emotional. So, and then we keep going through. I think I should stop there. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But, so, anyways, the hummingbird had said, right, to be here now. And then what reminds me of the root chakra is about that. It's about to be here and to have. Okay. And then you have the orange, which is the second chakra, which is to feel and to want. So imagine the imbalances that can get created depending on the level of conditioning you are brought into this realm in. So, for people that come into poverty-stricken homes, their root chakra is built up of lack and not having, right? So to be here and to have is to not have for someone that comes in. This is just an example, okay? There's so many variations that can play into everyone's composite, okay? I'm just saying. So then now you have the second one that's tied to the feels, that feels the reality of the root. To feel and to want what one does not have. Imagine. So then, and then you have this third chakra, which is the solar plexus, which is the yellow, which is about power and will and self-definition here. I'm going to cry. It's about your vitality system. So you have all of these systems working together. You get what I mean? So I guess I should just finish this. They're working together. And then you have the solar plexus, which is about acting. To act upon what one feels, wants, and what one has here. It goes in this system of rhythmic patterns that are being created. So alignment is essential to this development of mastering, our own inner harmony with our own lands, our galaxy, our universe, our temple, our shrine, and this is about ego identity, the solar plexus. You have solar, you have I don't know, I'll write them in the description box below, how to say each of the actual scientific names of the chakra systems instead of red, orange, and yellow. So I'm going to describe them to you. But, yeah. Alright, so if we go back to the red chakra, right, which is the root chakra, right, that one also, if you want to tap into a kind of base system, you have fear, you have the demon. Yeah, it's like the demon that you have to fight off in this department. So the root chakra would be fear, the orange chakra would be guilt, and then the solar plexus chakra, the yellow, would be shame. and stuff like that. So then you have that, and you're moving down. So then you have the 4th chakra, which is green, which is the heart chakra. So you have the heart area. This is, in regards to like love and relationships, right? So this is about self-acceptance, value, worth, like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff, balance, compassion, like intimacies, good relationships, healthy ones, like for ourselves. And then this is social identity, because this is now working outside of yourselves with others, like, and this kind of thing. So, and then if you want the elements, this would be, I guess, air. And then you have the 3rd chakra, which is the solar plexus, which would be fire, because you're dealing with like self-definite, like will, like your will. And then we said the second one, orange, was water, right? And first one, obviously, root, earth, like, so I just hear a lot. It's not just like, right. So then you have the 5th chakra, which is the throat, right? So you have the throat chakra, which is communication, which is self-expression, right? So it's about clear communication, creativity, like, resonance, being able to express yourself. So if you go into the developmental stages of like this too, like if you want to go in from your life upbringing, your conditioning, you have the 1st chakra that's developed like I guess from the womb to about a year old, like, right, that's your sense of like your roots. And the second one is, I guess, like, remember, everything's happening together at the same time. So this is happening while the root chakra, but like the development of this would be like, I guess, like infancy to about toddler, like, you know what I mean? Toddler's like 2-3 years old, like, whatever. And then you have red, orange, yellow, solar plexus. So solar plexus, self-definition. So you got toddlers again, self-expression, expressing themselves, starting to babble, starting to learn language, communication. So you have this. So toddlers, 3, 4, 5 years old, like, you know what I mean, like that early adolescence age. And 4, which is heart, I find it's always, but these are all always, like, but just the development. So you got like from 3 to like 8, like heart, like it's so important, the early stages of life, right? Like, they say it matters a lot, because these are your building foundations for how you are going to function in this 3D realm of existence, and wheeling out your blueprint off of a blueprint. So then we said throat, right? And this is all about like your creative identity and sound. So its element would be like sound. Yeah, that's an element. Okay. So think excessive with this would be like overindulgence in talking, excessive talking, babbling, inability to listen, or just talking. And then just imagine its opposite, fear of speaking, lack of not expressing oneself kind of thing, poor rhythm, things like that, blocked creativity. So then you have the 6, which is your third eye in between your brow. intuition, imagination, like, psychic perceptions, interpretations, visualizations, clear seeing, to see. This develops in, always. But I guess they would say in your early adolescence, in your youth, because this is when you are discerning from what you see and what you think and what you know and what like going in and seeing through illusions or being blocked by it, because this would, like, if you have poor memory, can't remember certain kind of things, that would be deficiency in your third eye. Or if, let's say, you suffered from so many headaches and migraines and stuff like that, or, things like that, that would be excessive, excessiveness in your third eye. Like, there's an imbalance there either way, like, for you to discern and discover in which way that would be, for you. Alright, let me hurry, because I just saw the timing there. So anyway, I didn't even know that this was going to go here into this. So then you have your 7th, and mind you, I don't like to stay blocked into this kind of system of box, but this is just to help you give a visual of the system that is wheeling life out for you, and take what resonates, further finer tune your own vessel, different. Lay a solid foundation, beaver spirit, because we're laying solid foundations, especially into the 2020. 2020 is year, it's 4. 4 is all about building foundations. Number 4 is solid foundations. It's pillars standing up together and creating a solid foundation. So then you have the 7th, you have your crown, top of your head, cerebral cortex. Like, this is awareness, this is self-knowledge, this is wisdom, this is knowledge, this is consciousness, this is beautiful, a spiritual connection with your own divine alignment at this time throughout life, maintaining this and to know. It's to know. Thought. It's thought. But what thought? Because this goes into multi-dimensional layers of spinning too, because thoughts become things, and thoughts like to attach themselves to many things too. So now, based off of your alignment from your roots on up, other people's thoughts can attach themselves to you, and then it's filtering through this whole entire system, which can over time even hinder your growth. You can suffer from certain kind of learning disabilities, or have learning difficulties because of so many attachments to so many kind of things, overly, or you can even be overly intellectual and learn too much things